It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got something new from Oliver Anthony. It's called Doggonit. And when I pulled this up, I realized something. I forgot that this man existed. And I feel like I do this quite a bit with artists because I do so many reactions. I've been doing 3 a day up until recently. I've started to take a little break here and there, maybe 1 or 2 a day. Some days I've even missed. I just needed to chill a little bit. But I also do anime reactions. I do live streams literally every single night on twitch.tv/DuaneTV. We do music reactions on Friday. I game throughout the week. We talk about stuff. We debate. We watch random videos. I'm going to be doing a Tinder stream at some point soon. We're going to do a 48-hour stream. So I'm so focused on so many different things that there's times where I just forget that people exist until it pops up in front of me or you guys remind me in a DM or a comment or something like that. And so if he has other stuff that dropped and I missed it, it's because I honestly just forgot. I didn't see it. It didn't pop up. So when this popped up, I knew we had to dive into it. Let's just get into it and see what this man is cooking with. And I hit play, but it didn't play. There we go. How's his career been going? Because I know he blew up. And I like that he's still in the same backyard, same guitar, just chilling.
Lord, my head's been hurting, my back's been aching, the water's drying up, there's a war in the making. People eating bugs cause they won't eat bacon. Doggone it.
Did he say people eating bugs because they won't eat bacon? Listen, I'm not a huge bacon fan, but I've grown to like it more. I finally tried it recently on a burger, on a chicken sandwich. It was pretty good. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but it's not something that I'd go out of my way for. I prefer bacon in the morning, some eggs, you know what I'm saying, like a breakfast type of thing. This dude's voice, though, is crazy.
Lord, my head's been hurting, my back's been aching, the water's drying up, there's a war in the making.
It's a fact.
People eating bugs cause they won't eat bacon. Doggone it. Needles in the streets, folks hardly surviving. Sidewalks next to highways full of cars self-driving. The poor keep hurting, the rich keep thriving. Doggone it.
Whew, hold up. We can go back and talk about some of these things.
Hardly surviving. Sidewalks next to highways full of cars self-driving. The poor keep hurting, the rich keep thriving. Doggone it.
Whew.
There's a little town somewhere, the only thing you hear at night is that old mill humming. The only time traffic backs up is when that old sweet Norfolk Southern train's humming. With me and a dog on it, just me and a dog on it. Now,
Bro, this man's voice is so dope to me. It's like he's singing, but it's almost like a, I can't. I don't even know why I try to imitate people because I can't do it. But like, it's got like a whine to it. And I don't mean that in like a disrespectful way, like, oh, he's just whining. But it's got like that, like he's like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like he's singing, but it's coming maybe more from the throat. Is that what I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying though? Like it's just got a certain feel to it. So when he raps about, I'm so used to, yo, listen, bro, I just woke up. I'm all over. When he sings about certain topics that are more like on the sad aspect or like more reflective type of shit, like his voice his yo, I can't talk. I don't know what's wrong with me. His voice is it's perfect for that shit. That's all I'm trying to say. His voice works. It makes you feel the sad down parts more so than someone who didn't have his kind of voice. That's what I want to say. All right, I got it out. Holy shit. I contemplated for a second to just restart this whole reaction and just tell you guys, hey, listen, I listened to the beginning of it. I got to start it over. But we're just going to roll with it. It's raw. It's uncut. If I mess up, this is what you get. I apologize. I'll be better going forward.
just me and a dog. On it. Now people's crying about burning coal, but not the poor souls who's a digging it. I reckon there's been many good men in the grave trying to keep our houses lit. From down in the oil fields and the pipelines and the linemen and the coal mines, so we can sit at home and plug in our newfangled bullshit. And Republicans and Democrats, Lord, I swear they're all just full of crap. I ain't never seen a good city slicking.
Let's go.
Bureaucrat.
Yo, I like that. I like that because I feel like when he first came out, especially with what his song was about, people immediately were like, yo, he's on the right. He's a Republican. And I mean, I would assume that he probably leans more towards that way, which I think that I do as well. But I would agree with him where I'm like, in all reality, Democrats and Republicans all suck. They all suck. When it comes to the actual politicians, like some of the people that fall in different sides, I don't think there's a problem with them. I think there's a problem with the extremes, but just the people that just, yeah, I agree with it. Like there's a lot of non-controversial people that are involved in being on the right or being on the left. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the politicians, I just feel like everybody lies. I really do. Do some of the things come true? 100%. But has there ever been a politician that's came in office that some people are going to argue because they back certain people, and I get it. You're free to do that. But I don't personally think that I've ever seen anyone who said all sorts of shit leading up to an election, win the election, and actually accomplish or do any of that shit. Now, some of it you can argue is just not possible because it takes longer than 4 years to actually get it into motion, which is true in some situations. Some of it is they just don't care and they're not going to do it. And they said it because it got a certain populace to vote for them. And it's going to happen on both sides. It's just inevitable, right? Because they want the votes. And I don't know. It just seems like there's just a lot of just fuckery going on. If I'm being completely honest with you, that's what it feels like to me.
There's a little town somewhere. The only thing you hear at night is that old mill humming. The only time traffic backs up.
Yo, I got that same water in my room right now, I think. I'm almost positive. That's actually funny. His is drinking water. I have distilled water because I have a CPAP machine because I have sleep apnea that I use to fill up the machine at night. But it's like it's the exact same thing.
When that old sweet Norfolk Southern train's humming, with me and a dog on it, just me and a dog on it. Lord, my head's been hurting, my back's been aching, the water's drying up, there's a war in the making. People eating bugs cause they won't eat bacon. Dog
that's wild.
on it.
As far as the music itself, I thought he was about to go in again. The music itself is extremely dope. Love his voice. I like his perspective on things. I feel like this was probably not the greatest video to do as soon as I rolled out of bed because I can't put my thoughts together properly. I'm over here stumbling over shit, saying things wrong. So I apologize. But overall, I rock with this. And I think that the most important part to me was the part where he basically said Democrats and Republicans, they're all liars. I've never met a good city slick bureaucrat. And I agree with him. I do agree with him. I mean, there's people that probably get into it with the best intentions, but I feel like to actually move up and get yourself in position to do something like that's actually substantial and be in a really powerful position, there's going to be some bullshitting involved. It's just the way that it is. And I also do feel like once you get into that position, it's not as easy to make some of the changes that you want to make, as far as like the president, especially, because there's just so many other things and moving parts. And there's stuff that's still happening from the last president and shit that they were changing that rolls into your presidency. And But I do feel like there is a lot of lies as well, 100%, and that's from every side. I don't care what anybody says. You guys can argue all day with me. That's fine. I'm cool with that. You could feel differently, but I don't think any single person, whether it's Trump, whether it's Sleepy Joe, I love that nickname, whether it's Bush, whether it would have been Gore or Obama, or I don't think any of them have ever said 100% the truth, or they've said a lot of things and they just never acted on it. And again, there's different reasons behind it. Some of it is just straight up trying to get people to vote for them. Some of it is, well, it's not possible to do within 4 years. Some of it is, well, there's so many other things that we're trying to change that we feel take precedent and are more important. And so we got to focus on that. And there's just not time for us to get to these things. Like, there's a lot of different reasons behind it, but it's almost guaranteed that everything you hear in the lead up to an election is not going to happen once that person gets elected. It's just a fact of life. You have to just hope that they hit the topics that you think are most important and that you really want to see change in and that you voted for. That's really what it comes down to, in my opinion. So free to feel how you want to feel, but I think that there's enough precedent on that to make that statement and feel pretty comfortable with it. So let me know what you guys thought. Take it easy. Stay safe. Shout out to Oliver Anthony. I will catch you in the next one, homies.